What's up, everybody? My name's Jeremy, hanging out here on the Waiting for Trivia show. Here's your host. His Tom Wilson jersey arrived today, Express Post, Mr. Justin Nichol.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy Baker. I love your face. My partner in crime, I love you. If you didn't notice, I shaved the beard. Yes, I did. I know a lot of you were concerned. You were like, are you
Looks
homeless?
good.
Yes, thank you very much. When you shave your beard at 37 after having it for 7 months, you shave your beard and you're like, am I really that ugly? What the fuck happened? And the answer is alcohol. That's what happened. Just starts to wear on you. We are joined by the lovely and the enigmatic Mark B. Mark, say, hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
And we do have a special guest. Happy to have him, brother in arms, and that's why we're going to destroy each other for the next 3 minutes. It's my boy, Peter Grant. Peter, say what's up. How's it going?
What's up? How's it going?
Yeah. What are you drinking? What are you drinking there, bud?
I'm still trying to get Nude to sponsor my podcast after you ripped them a new asshole. Hey, Justin.
Yeah, so I went on Pete's podcast. That's why we're having him on tonight, because we want to promote his podcast that I went on. It's called Access Granted. So please subscribe to that on YouTube. Download it wherever YouTube or wherever podcasts are available. He's a great guy. And I went on his podcast. He's like, I'm trying to get sponsored by Nude. And I was like, oh, I know the guy who started Nude. He went to my high school. He's a nerd. He's a loser. Just squash. That's what you shit right off the bat. So we're having.
But that's how good Nudes are, Justin. I'm still drinking them despite the fact that they're never going to sponsor me. I'm still going down with them.
Wow, that's friendship. You know what? I watched a bunch of Peter's podcast, Access Granted. It's super slick.
Yeah, man.
No offense
I love it.
to
It's
Mark,
good.
but his might be slicker. I don't know.
But no thanks to Pete. It's his lovely girlfriend who's controlling all the switches in the background. She's the
100% of the time. 100% of the time.
But before I get into it with Pete a little bit here, I just wanted to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to James, who's watching in the chat. James, I said I'd give you a shout out. He's a car guy. Follow him on Instagram, James the Car Guy. Posts beautiful pictures of cars every single day. I want to give a shout out to Moosey, my partner in crime on NHL 20. And who else did I want to give a shout out to? Oh, Izzy. Izzy's in the chat. Izzy is my possible future DMT shaman. You guys don't know this. You guys don't know this. But the other day, look, Izzy's like, I do DMT, and I work with him, and I'm like, really? Because I've been wanting to do DMT. He's like, you should do it with me. And then I texted immediately. I texted Mark and Jeremy, and I was like, hey, man, should I do DMT? I have an opportunity. And Jeremy was like, you should absolutely do DMT. And Mark was like,
no way.
Never do DMT. You will die. Right? So my question to kick off the chat, by the way, chat, we love you. I love you to death. By the way, Izzy is a DMT shaman. If you ordered a DMT shaman off of wish.com. That's who Izzy is, and I love him to death. Izzy is a drummer for a metal band, right? And Mark was like, "You don't know this Izzy guy. You don't know if he knows what he's talking about." And I'm like, "I think he does." And he goes, and then Mark goes, "Does he know how to count to 10?" And I'm like, "Well, he's a drummer in a metal band, so probably not."
Just four over and over again.
Yeah. All you need is the fucking 4 beats, right? And you can fucking. Exactly. So in the chat, my first thing to the chat, by the way, lovely chat, love you all. We got Jay Randall as a moderator in the chat. We got John White in the chat. So say hi to those guys. They're going to boot you if you get out of line. They're going to love you if you say something funny. And my beautiful wife, Jess, she's also one of the moderators. So say hi to them. So my question to you, chat, is should I do DMT with Izzy? Maybe in a trailer, maybe in a house. I don't know where Izzy lives. I don't know what he's got going on. Should I do DMT?
Justin,
hit us up in the chat.
Stop. The chat is full of stand-up comics. You asked a yes or no question, should you do experimental drugs? Of course, it's all yes.
Well, then you know what? Give me your pros and cons. Give me what I should look out for.
Yeah.
Anyone
like
here?
Justin, what to expect.
Yeah. Anyone here done DMT?
Filthy drug veterans.
All of you. And let me know. Have you done DMT? Let me know. I really wanna do this, but at the same time, I'm a little bit scared. But also, please smash that like button. It's right there. Please like it. The more likes we get, the more algorithms love us, and the robots do stuff with our stuff. So please do that. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Wait, and shout out David Kopp, right? We got the comic from Kelowna in the chat, you said?
That's right. We're all the way. We are so. Also, we are all the way to Australia and Kelowna tonight. We got viewers from both places. But you wanted to mention Dave Kopp.
Oh, I love Dave because Dave Kopp's got the misfortune cookies, right? We were gonna have him on the show the other week, but apparently they don't have internet in Kelowna or something, so he wasn't able to come on. But so he's at the farmers market in Kelowna selling his misfortune cookies. And I don't know, can I read Dave's joke? Is that normal?
Why not? I mean, Dave is in chat right now. He's in chat right now.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Dave. I guess Dave could just write it in chat.
give-
But I
give
love
him-
that he was like,
give
he's
the
like, man, this farmers market would have been way busier 700 years ago because it would have been an execution. And I was like, fuck, Dave, that's really funny because that's true.
Fuck, sorry. In the shout out, I forgot to mention Sarah Kate White. She's one of the biggest supporters of comedy, along with April K and many others. If I don't shout you out, I apologize. I got a big long show and a lot of laundry list of things to bring up. I apologize, but I love for you being here. We're gonna have a great show, so let's get it going. Peter Grant, happy to have you on, bro. Listen, here's another thing I wanted to ask you. We have an Australian guy named Harrison who works with us at the warehouse.
Right. Is that the number one favorite Australian? Because I saw in all the promo, I was the second favorite Australian.
There's always second favorite.
No. My first favorite is a comedian named Jacques Barrett. He's fucking amazing. I love him. We did Kamloops together. Did a lot of stuff. Drugs. Anyways.
But not DMT.
No, just a lot of boozing. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: Aussies, when they're hammered, are hilarious. So that's why he's my favorite. But you're my second favorite. But you could quickly jump the ranks if you have a good showing here tonight.
Try my best.
My question.
My
favorite
is Empire of the Sun, both of them, and then so you're third.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. So my question to you, Pete, is: I said to Harrison yesterday, I go, "Hey, man, I got this Aussie on my show tomorrow. And do you have any stories from Australia that I could bring up that he could riff on?" And he goes, "No, not really." He goes, "But what's his name? What's the comedian's name?" And I go, "Peter Grant." And he goes, "Never heard of him." And I was like,
Wow.
"But you're a small island. Like, shouldn't you have heard of Peter?" So what's going on with your career? I'm really glad we have you on to fucking help.
Hey, thanks, man. Harrison's gonna know who the fuck I am now. That's all I can say.
Yeah, nice.
No, dude, it's huge. It's like it's like almost the size. It's like the size of America. It's a massive island. It's not like Hawaii. It's huge.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
it's like
I
as
don't know
big as
people from.
Vancouver Island. Like
Like
at least
your-
that big?
No, it's like it's at least that big, and then maybe like 6 more of them. Like it's at least
Oh, whoa.
yeah. So like Nanaimo to Victoria is like from my house to Melbourne. Like yeah. It's a big country, mate. Like where's Harrison from?
Nobody knows.
No, I just thought you all like knew each other, shook hands.
Nah.
You could, like, just
See,
knock
if
on
you
each
were
other's door.
Australian, if I asked you where Harrison's from, you'd say whoop whoop, and that's a mark against you, Justin. So I'm going to keep a tally.
Well,
Yeah,
okay. All right, that's fine.
But I'm
Also,
not here. I'm not here for you, Justin. I'm here for
See that?
Jeremy. I'm here with the. I'm here for the 2 to 6 with Jeremy Baker. This is what I'm here for. This man right here gets me through my shitty fucking day job. 2 o'clock comes around. I have to listen to Jeff O'Neill in the morning, and then the Sea Fox goes through the day, and the lovely lady's taking over for Kristen during the day. But then 2 o'clock comes around. All right, Jason, you listening? You look like you're zoning out. And then 2 o'clock comes around, and then Jeremy comes on, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Listen, if you call me Jason one more fucking time, I swear to God, we're just gonna cut you off the show.
All right, before we get into the stories, I want to ask Peter about your podcast. What is that about? And just like maybe just kind of share the people, what your vibe is. Justin and I, we're going to go through some of the weird news stories of the week. We're going to riff off them with our comic guest. What do you do on your podcast, Access Granted?
So Access Granted is a podcast that I started because I found out that I have way more famous friends than who I am, Jason included. But I get friends on that I've met through my years and the experience in the industry here. And the likes of Matty Phillips, Jess Sutton, Josh Eady, like these people that have made something themselves. And I grant the audience access, with every pun intended, into who they are as a person. It's just a chat. We cover shit and I ask them questions. That's the extent of my podcast. It's just granting access to these people with careers.
You had one on your show that I watched that was actually pretty popular, had a few views, but I didn't. Oh man, it was a woman you were interviewing.
Maddie.
Yeah, it was probably Matty Phillips. Yeah.
Tell me like what's her claim to fame? I was like, man, like your podcasts were like, people are watching them, and then you had one was like everyone watched that one.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to have her on. She's a real close friend of mine. I was actually earlier today smoking a joint with her. So she lives not too far from me, and we just became friends over the years. And then she did this show on Netflix. She was the lead of. It's shot down in Atlanta, down in Georgia, called Teenage Bounty Hunters. So I was like, and it was weird because like I'm interviewing just my friend, and then thousands of people are chiming in with like how much she meant to them, and I'm just like, oh shit, I was just drinking some beers, and like that's the aim of the podcast, is just like allowing people that have a fan base to listen to them when they're just talking.
Yeah, I mean, she was chill. It was a really good episode. So, I mean, I would say if people are, I mean, you have it pinned at the top, it'll be the first one they see. But if they want a great first introduction, that's your most popular one. And she was awesome. So I was like, okay, cool. I could get into that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had Jason on your podcast over there. And Stanked.
Do you know what? We could pump the episode that I was on more than this fucking chick you're talking about, but that's fine. Anyways, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Pete, I just want to know, were you the Aussie ski instructor that convinced Bonnie Henry to vaccinate all of Whistler, even though Whistler was the one breaking all the rules? Because we figured, we had a hypothesis, like a theory, that it must have been some sexy ski instructor that just got under Bonnie's skin or got into her sheets. Was that you?
Yeah, I try to every day. I just want to be in sheets with Bonnie Henry. No, it wasn't me. I've never done a season in Whistler. Contrary to every other Australian that's ever lived in Canada, I've never done a ski season. I've done Vancouver the whole fucking time.
You know what? There was this bud, man, when I was younger. He was a bartender at the Two Parrots on Granville and whatever, Davy and Drake or whatever.
Yeah, down right there.
So he was an Aussie guy. He moved to Vancouver on a 1-year work visa. And my buddy lived in the apartments above the Two Parrots. So he drank there all the time. Him and this Aussie bartender, man, they became super bros. And one day he's like, oh, he's really upset. He's just like, oh, my work visa, I couldn't get it extended. I got to leave in 4 weeks. So they're chatting and they're really sad. And they get talking. He never left Vancouver in the year that he was here on his work visa. Not only did he never leave Vancouver, he never left the little, the mitt, the mitt of the downtown core.
Yeah.
He never went over the Granville Bridge, the Canby Bridge, or the Lionsgate Bridge one time.
What are you doing?
For 4 weeks before they shipped him back to Australia, my buddy's like, fuck, we got to do road trips. They did 4 road trips before.
Yeah, of course. I've seen, I worked on the railway for a bit as well. So like I've seen every small nook and cranny in BC and Alberta. And then I've been out to Winnipeg and Toronto with stand-up and stuff.
Oh, awesome.
But I've lived in Vancouver's always been my home. I've never gone up 6 months and done cocaine and drank every night. But
yeah, I couldn't imagine like going to Australia on my 1-year work visa and not only never leaving Melbourne or whatever, but not even leaving the neighborhood in where you lived.
That does me head in. That guy should never be able to granted a permit back into Canada.
Oh my God.
All right. I guess you should get the show started or what?
Yeah, let's get this show started. That was big enough of an intro. Peter, you're fucking hilarious. Love to have you, buddy. All right, let's get into the stories of the week. I'm going to bring in the first one because it is so relatable to me. And actually, when this story broke, I had 3 people message me and be like, was this you? Were you with your brother in Maple Ridge? I'm not even kidding you. So,
this story is wild.
Wild. On Tuesday, dispute or a fight between 2 brothers led to road rage in Maple Ridge. Not just road rage. They got in a fight in a Walmart parking lot, which, by the way, because
sets the tone. It sets the tone.
Because Walmart, this sounds to me like a meth head redneck fight club, right? And if there was, Walmart would be the Madison Square Garden of redneck meth head fight club.
100%.
Makes sense, right? So these 2 brothers get in a fight. Oh, Mark's playing the video right now. Fucking awesome, Mark. You're the goddamn genius. I love you. 2 brothers get in a fight in a Walmart parking lot. It spills out. They chase each other in their cars. They start to get it in a car fight. Not a knife fight, not a gun fight, a car fight. They start ramming
each other down. Dude needs
and you see the van in front with a popped out wheel in the front on the left on the driver's side. It's like off the axis.
Like that's not a casual fight.
That's not a casual rear ender or a bump and grind. It is a straight up death race with Jason.
They also hit multiple other cars in their fight.
Yes.
This wasn't even just the 2 of them. Could you imagine, Justin, if they smashed into your family mobile? I would be livid. I would be the 3rd man in that fight.
No, if that was the case, the story would have been psychotic man beats up 2 brothers. However, I'm glad I wasn't there. The cops showed up and they spilled out of their cars and they were rolling around on the ground, fist fighting each other. I find hilarious. Cops arrested them, no charges, because that's how it works in BC. You can just do whatever you want, no charges. And you know, the minute they were released, they're like, "So you still good for dinner at Mom's on Sunday?"
Even better would be like, Justin, you're not going to tell Mom about this, are you? Oh, it's on the internet.
Pete. Yeah,
I
but
saw-
Pete,
I-
you got.
I saw
Sorry.
this video before knowing they're brothers and just being like, yo, that dude was throwing, like absolutely throwing. And then I read the article and I was like, oh, they're brothers. Yeah, I mean, that's Australia, dude. Me and my sisters did that growing up. Like that was just a standard fucking Tuesday.
Yo, let me just say something here in the chat. The chat is just on fire. We take pride in the fact that we got the hottest chat on YouTube, any live stream. We love you guys. Let's just take a little bit of a look here. We got Shane Clark saying, that's why Shane's the only cool Aussie whistler corrupts them with rapey thoughts and STDs. All right, that's a story ago. All right, let's move on. Let's move forward.
Oh, Shane's talking. Like whenever Shane's got a take, it's either brilliant or we can't read that live on.
Yes. John White says World Stars starring Justin. Yes, I've been lucky to not be on World Star. I don't fight in Walmart parking lots. I fight in liquor store parking lots in the back of cabs. I'll tell you that story later.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
God damn it.
JR says they could. Mark's so upset as my lawyer that I just did that. JR Comedy says they couldn't dodge those charges.
Because they both had dodges.
How do you know a comic hasn't been on stage long enough?
Love you, JR.
Well, that's what's
Izzy
up with this Chad Peters. It's all Justin's comic buds, and all they do is do their stand-up set in the chat, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Sarah just keeps sighing us. She's groaning us. We don't need that negativity, Sarah. Somebody, you're on your last leg. But anyways, I guess the point of this is brother's gonna brother. I remember one time my brother attacked me in my car, and I kicked him out of my car, and then I went into a bar to get away from my brother, and then he said something to me, so I ran across the street and I drop kicked him in the chest.
Wow.
And then I went back into the bar. Yeah, man, I'm a big dude. You wouldn't believe I get my leg up that high, but I can't. I got one left in. I got one kick in me. So just know if you fuck with me, I got one kick, and you better fucking not be in the way of it. Anyways, so I drop kick him and then just walk into the like nothing happened. I pick up my now wife, girlfriend at the time, to take her home, and 5 cops come into the bar, and I turn to her and I go, "All right, listen to me. They might be here for me. If they come for me, just whatever, right?" And they came up to me like, "You match a description." They pulled me out of the bar. Never in my life have any of my wife's coworkers been so attracted to me. Like, oh, he's bad. He's a bad boy. Anyways, so I go outside.
I don't think
And
Joel said that.
And the cops surround
Yo,
me.
actually, speaking of which, you matching a description with the shaved beard, you look like one of the drawings from the Son of Sam when they were looking for all of the Son of Sams, when there was like 18 different drawings. You look like one of them. You actually look like a couple of them.
Oh, dude, if you had a mullet right now, you would look like that Seth Rogen picture that's gone viral of Seth Rogen without a beard.
Exactly.
It's
No
gonna
glasses,
be a
no beard.
9-hour. Do you know what Jeremy just did there? That was so layered, that fucking comment, because he knows how much I hate being told I look like Seth Rogen. So thank you for that, you fuck.
Oh, dude, you're way
dirty
too
You
fat to
love
look like
you know
Justin.
how to dig the
Justin,
deepest,
Justin, you're way too
Your
fat to look
face.
like Seth. Like, dude,
Way
he's
too fat.
yeah, you've got
Sorry.
50 pounds on him, 60 pounds
Did
on
you
him.
end up going to prison? We totally interrupted that.
Oh yeah,
Did you
keep
go
going.
to prison?
I swear to God. I swear to that. So this is my last live stream, everyone. I just want you to know that I will be replaced by this fucking loser Aussie guy with a beard that he grew after I grew my beard. He's such a little brother to me that he grew a beard after I did, just to be like, look at my beard, bro.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
said
I
you'd
mean?
shave it when you
should
lost, when
fight
you went
on
under
Dudney
200
Trunk
pounds.
Road. You
Okay,
should
I hate
fight
you all.
Peter on Dudney Trunk
be-
Road.
Dude, and
gonna be
we'll
a
do it in front of Walmart. It'd be great.
It's gonna be a 9-hour fucking live stream. And yes, we should. Oh my God, that's a great idea. We're gonna fight it. Okay, so the next live stream will be me fighting Peter at Walmart. Please tune in.
With his last drop kick.
And we're gonna be on DMT. We're gonna be fucking so high on DMT, and we're gonna fucking fight.
But the reality is, there's no way that Jess or Peter's girlfriend's gonna let you smash your car. So you guys are gonna chase each other down Dudney Trunk on one of those e-scooters.
Yes, or bikes. We just get bikes.
Yeah, I got a
stolen.
buddy with one, so I'll borrow mine. Yeah, I got one. I got one set
Love
up.
I'll be
Alright.
I'll be standing
Alright.
on top of a bunch of toilet paper rolls taking bets. So if anybody wants to put some money down on that next live stream, shall we
You know
do?
what's crazy about this Maple Ridge guys? Right? No charges. They got released from jail. If you fought your brother, you would be grounded longer than those guys were from the police.
Yeah.
That's the
such a
reality.
good point. That's such a good point. Oh my God. Yeah. 2
I
weeks.
gave my
no
sister a nipple cripple, and I got grounded for 2 weeks. So yeah,
2
I know what you
weeks.
mean.
These guys got like, hey guys, try not to smash every card on Duty Trunk Road. Promise to appear in court.
All right, let's move on. That was awesome.
Sorry.
That's great.
All right. The next story, gentlemen, is what I like to call our billionaire beat. So we would love to talk about these guys, Bezos and Musk. So big news this week. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, confirmed now. I think in one of our last videos I said it was Musk. I think it's back to Bezos. In any case, he just commissioned himself a $500 million mega yacht that comes with its own yacht. The yacht has a son that comes with it and goes around and rides around with it. And so I guess good for him, right?
Oh, 100%. It's like, if you're a multi-billionaire and you have a super yacht, so does every multi-billionaire, right? Lame. So you get a yacht with a baby yacht.
Listen, this story might as well be titled Elon Musk building his $1 billion yacht. Because
No, they're
With
fucking
two
racing to
baby
space
yachts.
as well right now. They're racing to space.
Yeah.
They're taking $500 million on the ocean. They're
Yeah.
putting 7 of that into the air.
No, listen, fucking Elon's like, I'll go to the moon in a yacht, you piece of shit, Jeff Bezos. Fuck you. I'm the richest man in the world.
I'll put a fucking yacht in your tombstone, Jeff Bezos.
I'll fucking shoot a rocket straight off my helipad on my yacht, you piece of shit, you adrenochrome drinking motherfucker. That's where he's at. Oh, I gotta drink. Every time I swear, I have to drink. So cheers. Cheers to
Oh,
everyone.
you know
Is that
what
the rules?
we do? That was something we did on our old show was drinking rules, and I think we got to bring back drinking rules.
Yeah.
Every
If
time
Good
Justin
swearing, I'm gonna be
swears,
hammered.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta take a
we're already demonetized. I think we're gonna have to write YouTube a check again, guys, because of all the
Are we
swearing.
demonetized?
So we're demonetized, and I think the algorithm just sent me like a frowny face emoji to my phone. So we're
no, you
My
told
bad.
us that making fun of Jeff Bezos and being pro Musk is good for the algorithm. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
I mean, we just ruined it, but it's okay. Yeah, so Bezos, I mean, he does look a little bit like Lex Luthor, right? Apparently, he's been
A little bit.
producing a lot of series for Amazon. There's apparently 3 or 4 series that are these like meta superhero shows where the villain is actually the good guy. Like,
Oh, 100%.
Here's
Here's what happens when you pitch a show at Amazon Prime. You're like, all right, it's a tale of good versus evil. 3 seasons, good wins. And Jeff Bezos is like, I want to write you a check, but are we married to the good guys winning?
Hello.
Listen, all I know is that it's a game now for Jeff Bezos. He's just like, look how much money I can spend during a pandemic and make you feel like shit about yourself. And then he's like, but don't you dare unionize. I swear to God, if you unionize, I'll fire every single one of you. How do you think I
Fuck
pay
you.
for this yacht?
As he's buying all this fucking shit and sending people to space and this yacht with a baby yacht, he's also selling his shares in Amazon. He's just like, I don't even need money coming in and I can spend this. Are you kidding me? Amazon means nothing to me. I'm investing it all in eBay. Bring back eBay.
He's
That's
like,
hilarious.
what's that? You sunk my main yacht? I have a baby yacht.
Never speak to my yacht or my yacht's son ever again.
It's like
Oh my
when
God,
you
son.
kill the villain and then the shell breaks and then the little baby villain comes out of it and you have to fight him as well.
Oh no! We're
love
gonna
it.
watch
Alright, next
we're gonna watch the Lord of the Rings on Amazon, and Sauron's gonna win like 100%.
I love it.
He's gonna
All right,
like
next story.
If
throw the ring, and it's gonna get thrown back out.
All right, well, not to be outdone, our boy Elon Musk. So we're still in the billionaire beat here. So Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live last weekend. Did you guys catch that?
I did.
Oh, I did.
It was. I'll call it uneven, if I'm being generous. Some of the skits were good, but anytime it was just Elon and reading off the teleprompter, it was so cringy.
I was just there for the monologue, and gotta be honest with you, I thought the SNL writers did a great job of writing him some jokes.
They did
It's
do
like
that.
you ever see those YouTube videos where like a fucking 9-year-old? Oh, god damn it. Okay, sorry. Drink. When a 9-year-old goes on YouTube and does material, and you know that their dad or their mom wrote the jokes for them.
Yeah,
That's
I know, because I
basically what
feel
it
my
felt like
kids
with
doing
Elon.
that all the time.
Right. Then that's fine. That's cute. It's awesome.
No,
But
I
that's
hear what
happened
you're
with-
saying, though. It's the worst acting in the whole wide world.
Yeah. So kudos to him for having, the balls to go out there. He admitted he has Asperger's. Was that like a not known thing? I just assumed he had it.
It was kind of led to for a long time. Like,
right.
Yeah,
I've got a
it's
lot of
just
autistic
something
family members, and he plays every card of it.
Yeah.
Like I love them to death, but like he reads everything into autistic or Asperger's or whichever spectrum you want to put him on. So
Yeah. Well, John White said he's still a better guest than Lindsay Lohan. That's hilarious because he's 100% right on that.
I just
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say the funniest thing about that episode was here we are in this middle of this pandemic, and money means nothing, right? We're all losing our jobs. You know what I mean? Justin hasn't done a paid stand-up set in like a year. But stocks and Bitcoin, that doesn't matter, right? Just keeps going up, right? It's divorced from reality. Then Elon Musk goes on Saturday Night Live on a late night sketch comedy show, does a joke about cryptocurrency and tanks the price, which to me just goes to show it's completely divorced from reality.
same way he just smoked a joint on Rogan and Tesla went down. Like it's just like
Yeah, but cannabis went way up, right? You know that.
right. But and then also SNL copped a lot of flack for letting him host, right? Like leading up to it,
Yeah.
like they copped a lot of flack.
They
But
got-
then, so many people chimed in to watch it. And it's his
100%.
business, like it's just
I don't know. People that were honestly mad that Elon Musk was hosting are dumb.
Dumb. You know what? If you want to, let's cancel Saturday Night Live then because they had Elon, a guy you might not like for one thing.
Peter was
said,
the
"Let's do that."
ratings spiked.
Exactly.
How many times have me and you had a conversation about Saturday Night Live? Zero until Elon Musk
Zero.
hosted, right?
exactly.
Zero.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So
I don't know,
Then they
man.
throw him under the bus. They sacrifice him. Once they're done with him, they sacrifice him in the name of wokeness. It's
Capitalism,
like the global-
baby! Fuck
I will
yeah!
say-
Still
I
alive.
will
I'll
say
drink to
some-
that.
All right.
Some
so
of the skits were okay. Some of the skits were okay, because you can shelter Elon in the skits, right? So
yeah,
some of the skits were good.
and I think that was an opinion everybody had. I think it was definitely mixed. But more news about Elon.
Kevin Fox had a good. I liked Kevin Fox take afterwards,
thi-
where
this
he was
week-
just like that.
In huge news, if anybody follows crypto, I mean, this is gigantic. So a while back, Elon had started accepting Bitcoin as payment for Teslas.
Well, right, we're doing this story. Yes,
Right,
They
so-
bought
Just
today, didn't
1.5 bill.
Yeah, and he, Elon, on Twitter threw Bitcoin under the bus. He said that Tesla's going to stop accepting Bitcoin as a currency to buy a car, and the reason cited is that environmental concerns. So, Bitcoin mining is expensive and it's costly in energy. And the most of it is happening in China, in rural parts of China, in these hangars where they have all these GPUs, these video cards and all this stuff where they mine crypto. And the way that they power those Bitcoin farms is through coal plants. So now Musk wants to distance himself from crypto, but now the internet is basically throwing him under the bus because they had all the faith. He was the daddy crypto. He was the guy that was pushing all this, right?
Elon's going to survive. Ultimately, what he said was they'll go back to it when it's more responsible. It's kind of hard to sell an environmental car and then take the most irresponsible currency to pay for it.
But here's the problem. He's into Dogecoin, like balls deep into Dogecoin. I don't know if that got me demonetized.
No, that's
or
the
down.
one
something.
that
I'm
got,
down.
that's the
I'm
one
down.
he tanked on Saturday Night Live.
If
But
anyone takes anything out of this, it's invest in Dogecoin. You could have doubled your money in the last week, Jason. Listen to me. Listen to me.
For God, I didn't even know. I'm taking my hat off. I'm taking my fucking hat off. This is gonna get serious. Let me explain something. Double your money. It was at 0.007 cents like 3 months ago. Now it went up to 70 cents. You would have made like 700 grand if you invested like $100 or some shit, or like
Exactly, dude. That's so
$1,000.
much money. That's
But now
real
it's back down.
real
It's
world
plummeting.
money. Yeah,
It's
but
plummeting,
you
like
you
you're-
get out when you're on top. When you get out, you get
Listen.
out when you're on top. Dude, I'm a
Yeah,
financial
Justin, you don't know
advisor.
anything.
I know
Buy low,
Jesus.
sell high, Justin. Come on.
Listen.
Listen.
exactly.
Listen to fucking Australian Wolf of Wall Street over here, guys. Okay, just listen to this guy. He's got it all figured out.
With
Listen,
none of the
it's
financial
plummeting.
knowledge and all of the drug abuse.
Hey, Peter, does Australia have an equivalent of Wall Street? Is there like a Wall Street of Australia?
Well, we started crypto.
No, but is there is there an equivalent in Australia of Wall Street? Like in Canada, we'd say Bay Street, right? Because that's where all the bankers are in Toronto. Where are all the bankers in Australia?
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but no Australian gives a shit enough, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if the Australian government was just like, okay, guys, we're renaming it, we have a Wall Street, Australia would be like, cool, and no one would remember. Like, they might have told me that when I was 8. I don't know.
He's like, we're not going to have Australian dollars anymore. It's going to be didgeridoos. And everyone be like, all right.
Cool, I have 8 of those. Yeah, great.
JR in the chat says kangaroo of Wall Street. That's fucking hilarious. Thank you,
That's
JR.
good,
for
Jay.
that. God damn it. Got to drink again.
Good damn.
Yeah, man. Listen, I just find it weird. Elon is cutting off his nose to spite his face. He's complaining about Bitcoin and their emissions when Doge, his baby, the thing that he's made $700 million off of in like 5 months, mines stuff the exact same. This just seems like a shot across the bow. Basically, Elon is trying to start Billionaire Fight Club, but he's just going toe to toe with anyone he can right now. He's getting a little cocky. He's getting a little South African on it, and he's getting a little punchy. So, hey, Elon, slow down. Just worry about your yacht, spaceship, and just relax a bit, okay?
Yeah. Let's get to work on that $1 billion yacht and let's bring Jeff down.
All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, also, let's take this opportunity to say love you in the chat. Keep it coming. You guys are fucking hilarious. This is great. Let us know what you think. Please, please, please hit the like button. We only got 5 likes so far, I'm looking at, and there's 11,000 people on the stream. So please hit the like button and please hit subscribe because then I can justify taking this much time away from my family to my wife, and then she will allow me to do this. Just kidding. She allows me. She's great. She's great. All right, next story.
Next story is a little similar to the one we started with, the Maple Ridge Boys. This was more serious though. There was a full-on gang assassination at YVR at Vancouver Airport here. So I don't know. Is Vancouver turning into Grand Theft Auto?
Turning into.
Yeah, Jeremy, you go ahead first. Peter, I'll take third on this. So you guys.
All right. Well, I'll just say this. So there is a gang war going on in the Lower Mainland right now, and when this story happened, it was kind of at the tail end of it. Felt like every day another shooting. But these guys, they drove a Honda Pilot. You know what I mean? To the shooting. That's what I drive. My sister texted me and was like, "You need to not be on the roads right now because every Mountie wants to pull you over and have a chit chat." And I was like, thank you, sister. That
awesome.
heads up.
Pete, what you think, bud?
Dude, it's crazy. Like I'm from a place that like gang violence is kind of like a thing. Like, but it's not it's not labeled gang violence. And like over the last month here, I've been like with like the anti-Asian hate that's going on in this city. Like we can't be pointing fingers at America anymore. Like Vancouver's the worst of it all. And then like seeing all this,
statistically the worst of the world.
Exactly. And like to see all this gang stuff coming up, I like.
You want to go back to Australia?
Well, I feel at home here now. Like I finally feel at home. But no, it's crazy because when I moved to Vancouver, like it was Canada. My impression of Canada was Terrence and Phillip. Like South Park taught me everything I know. And like to like 6 years later be seeing this, it feels like every day I'm listening to the radio and there's been another gang related violence that's occurred. It's actually, to me, I like never got gangs, but at this point I'm just like I don't understand what
I think it would be a tough road to sell. I mean, obviously people get into it, but that's like this isn't the first gang war. Like I don't know how long you lived here, Peter. There was one a while ago. It was out of control. It seems to go in a cycle. And then they all kill each other or whatever. It seems to for a bit.
Yeah. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say I think it's so cute how Pete's like, I just don't understand gang violence. Why can't we all just get along?
What's wrong with that?
He was trying to be raw and emotional with our audience and not
listen.
I went out on a limb, Jason. I went out on a limb, and what do? You cut it off.
Listen, this is the wrong stream to be vulnerable in. Okay, I just gonna be honest with you on that. But let me just say something. Let me just say something.
Jackie Moon said it best in Semi-Pro. Everybody love everybody. You know what that means? Everybody love everybody.
Semi-pro quote.
Okay, let me. Yeah, there we go. Window of love. Let me say something. I watched Channel 9 News, and you know what this is, Pete, because I was looking on YouTube for stories from Australia that we could talk to you about, and or as they say, Channel 9 in your language, and they're so violent in Australia, but the way that they soften it, like they call bikers, like biker gangs, they call them bikies.
Oh,
there's a bikey fight, and it's like so cute. You're like, oh, those stupid bikies. They'll figure it out.
That needs to happen in Canada. It's the Hells Angels bikies.
Yes, but listen,
well, we got Hells
thing.
Angels in Australia as well, and they're literally called bikies.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Bikies is the best thing Australia's
so
ever given us.
Makes you want to adopt one and bring them home for Christmas. But anyways, my point is that
explain that at YVR Customs, Justin.
Yeah.
What's in your bag? It's a fight.
He's a rescue.
He's got neck tattoos.
I'm gonna burp him. Anyways, my point
His
is
dad
though,
beat him.
yeah, my point is that there's been 15 gang shootings in the Lower Mainland, or I guess like BC Tri-Cities, including Vancouver.
Yeah, the Lower Mainland. Let's
Fraser
say. I mean, it's all in the Lower Mainland.
15 gang shootings.
Where
and
Bonnie
3
Henry lets us
arrests.
travel.
Yes, and 3 arrests. Okay, 3 measly arrests and 15. And the one at the YVR got me kind of weirded out because that's got to be the most secure building in the entire province, right? Except for maybe police stations. Okay, so these 2 idiot criminals show up, shoot up YVR, and take off. They shut down Richmond. They shut the entire city of Richmond down. Every bridge,
Which is an
every
island.
tunnel. Which is an island. Every bridge, every tunnel, still couldn't catch him. It reminded me of an episode of Benny Hill, just like and they can't catch these guys.
They had a story that said that the airport is considered safe space for gangsters. They have meetings there because it's so secure.
Unbelievable.
Not anymore, man.
So
Where are they going to do their meetings now?
So this is why I shaved my beard, because I was one of those 15 shooters. I shaved my beard. Police cannot figure out who the hell I am.
Yeah,
I've been
because
just
you're
walking
driving
around
Jeremy's
like
car
GTA,
as well.
just like GTA 5, walked around the corner, put on a fedora, came back, the cops were like, he's not the guy.
Yeah,
Right, Mark?
you drive for 10 minutes and then your stars go down.
And a mustache.
I want to hear from Mark.
Oh, I was just going to say, people don't know that your actual name is not Nichol, it's Bacon, right? Justin Bacon?
Yes, yes, Justin Heaven Artemis Bacon.
He's the 4th Bacon brother, the less popular one.
Yes, the one you'd never heard of.
The
He's
one
too
you'd
smart
never
to be
heard of.
caught because I now wear an eye patch. Anyways,
He's a master of disguise.
Shane Clark in the chat. Let's give it up for the chat. Our chat's getting really hot right now. And I just want to say thank you to the moderators keeping it going and acknowledging people who are talking, because we are acknowledging you, but we're all going off. We're probably a little bit lit right now. But anyways, Dave Cobb says, everyone is a criminal in Australia. That is hilarious because we know how Australia was started.
Peter's never heard that before.
Dude,
I love it.
I had to, like, here's the thing, like, I have a like a, what's it called, a criminal past, what's the
Of course you do.
yeah, but back
We
look,
knew
but
that.
I only
Oh, the
found out that I had
DMT.
yeah, but I only found out that I had it when I moved here, because back home we just call it an Australian passport. Like, that's just like your criminal record. It's just your passport.
Turns
like,
out it's not a real passport for travel. It actually hurts a little bit.
dude, it makes you stay in the same fucking island. Oh, I had to drink, don't I?
Okay, so Dave Cobb says koalas all have herpes now because of Australians. Weird, don't know about that. Shane Clark also says he got one good too. He goes, 15 shootings, that's nothing. Let's get those numbers up. Also, let's get those numbers up. Let's get those subscribers and those likes up. We're up to 11 likes. Thank you very much.
Good segue, Justin. You should be the radio host.
Trying. John White and JR
Jeremy,
killing it.
Jeremy, I just told you. I look forward to 2 o'clock. Why are you gonna put Jason on?
I swear to God. Shane Clark always saying, yeah, I'm all. Arcade Mode says, Surrey doing us proud. Yahoo the Dude says, I'd rather get shot in Vancouver than eaten by a croc in Australia.
Oh,
Yahoo the Dude,
right?
yeah,
Little
Yassine Ali,
patriotism right there.
whatever makes you fly the
I
flag.
feel like that's kind of like a Bronx cheer. Like where would I rather horribly die more?
Shane Clark says, imagine getting shot by a croc, though.
Oh.
I love it. Keep the comments coming. They're hilarious. And James Hofstetter says, I am hoping no Hell's Angels are watching.
Oh,
well,
bikies, he means.
Bikies. But also, too, you know what I liked about the HA? Remember the good old days with organized crime when the HA would take you out into the forest, tie you to a tree, and kill you with a hammer, like away from everyone? You know what I mean? Like, just had a little bit of, like, just had a little bit of consideration.
Recall that at all, Justin. That happened to me 0 time.
Oh, okay. Well, I did a ride along once, and anyway, I'll tell you after.
Bring your son to school.
We'll put that one in the private chat.
Next segment is how to incriminate yourself on a live stream. Anyway, just getting back to this. But now these gangsters, so-called gangsters, are shooting people in broad daylight in front of like toy stores and stuff. And we got to stop this shit.
Innocent bystander got hit the other day.
But when you see the video, these guys drop their gun, they try to get back in the car, and the door is locked. It's like, I'm convinced that anyone could kill someone and get away with it in BC. It's just ridiculous. So, hold your breath. Let's we're all in this together. Let's just roll the dice and see what happens. All right. Next story. What's up, Mark? What's the next one?
All right, well, this is one you sent me because I'm a little bit of I'm not too familiar with MMA, but there's a big story coming out of UFC and MMA this week. So Diego Sanchez.
This is wild.
Yeah, says that he had to disown some family members to stay loyal to Joshua Fabia. So I know nothing about this. I read the whole thing. I watched the disturbing video that I'm about to show to the chat.
Hang on, did Jeremy go for a piss?
He did.
Go for a beer? You went for a piss?
Okay. Either, he could have gone. Yeah, now's the time. Then, if you must, now's the time. But
okay, let me. Sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not
at all. Do you want me to cue it up? Do you want me to give?
Please do, because I don't know anything about this.
Okay, so here's how it goes. Diego Sanchez. I basically one of the fighters who saved the UFC from bankruptcy. He won UFC 1 along with Forrest Griffin in two different weight classes. But he has been a 17-year veteran of the UFC. Just an absolute company man, but a weirdo. Like just a weird dude, but like you just
definitely not a spring chicken. 17 years of professional fighting.
17 years. Was cut and released by the UFC because his new trainer / guru / cult leader, Joshua Fabia, UFC's just had it with this guy. This guy injects himself into media meetings, went to the commission one time to let them know that he taught Diego Sanchez a death punch. Yep, what? He said that, and just always a weirdo. Diego Sanchez was part of the best fight camp gym in the world, one of the best fight gyms in the world, and this guy somehow plucked him away from that to now take over his training, his nutrition, his life. They call themselves Team Self-Awareness, and they could not be less self-aware. It's crazy. Everyone in the MMA world's making fun of this guy, and he gets cut from the UFC because of his antics, and then shit hits the fan. Like videos start coming out, like the one Mark's
video
gonna play.
of the training. What is happening?
And it's clear that Diego Sanchez's life has been taken over by this guy who's just abusing this dude.
Mark has the video, right? Are we playing the video?
Yep, it's playing right now.
Yeah,
so we got.
What is happening right now, Justin?
Well, according to his training regime, he had to meditate and then meditate some more. Like that's the first two things on his daily regime was meditate.
That's fine. That sounds awesome.
And then more meditation, and then hang upside down. And like I've seen this same video on Pornhub. I'm pretty sure. Like this is softcore porn. I've definitely jerked off a couple times to this, but like I don't know. I don't see the problem with
this
that.
Is what happened. Diego was like, okay, so you need to punch me in the face because like that's what you do, right? Like you punch dudes in the
Best
face who punch
practice,
in the
sure, I
face for
guess.
17 years and just give him some more CTE. And then Diego's like, okay, wait, so you have to hang me upside down from the roof? And the coach is like, yeah, trust me. And he's like, okay, fine. But
Use
like,
his
why
head as
do
a
we both have to
speedball.
have? Yeah, he's like, but why do we both have to have our shirts off? And then the coach is like, shut up, Diego, get into my sex swing and get upside down right now. Like,
And then
just
he's
where
like-
do we lose?
Yeah, Diego's like, sex swing. I thought we were training. I meant training. Your training swing.
Yeah. So my point is that they just let this dude into. I mean, Diego let him in, but now after all of this shit that's happened, Diego's still defiantly defending this guy who is clearly in love with Diego Sanchez. He wants to have sex with Diego Sanchez.
Is this
a
some
real
like Nexium cult bullshit?
no. This
But
is like a
MMA stuff?
this is like a Tiger King sort of thing, where a gay guy is convincing a straight guy to have sex with him slowly by ruining his life. Okay,
Oh my
and it's gonna happen.
God.
There's going to be a
Look,
third
they came
member
up
in it as well. There's got to be a third one come
Yes.
in.
Yeah, Chris Lieben probably. Chris Lieben
Yeah,
will be the
we
next
need
guy.
we need a Carol Baskin type character, but he's like sitting there, he's just like punching him in the head, and he's like, "Don't worry, Diego, you can't get a concussion if you already have a concussion."
It's unbelievable, man. And I just feel for Diego because he's having his life torn out of his hands. And they had to come out with a video where Diego's like, and you know these rumors about us being homosexual. We're not homosexual. We're brothers. We're brothers. And then Joshua behind him goes, but not that there's anything wrong with that. Like if two dudes wanted to be, like just leaving the door open for Diego. He's like, hey, Diego, don't just say no. Let's just say maybe. Okay. And
Yeah.
that's where.
That is an experienced man. That is a proud man.
You're right. That is like some
Patience.
like, bizarre
Patience
grooming
virtue.
or something going on. It's so out of control. This train, it's like a cult. And you said he's like ruined this dude's. Like it would be one thing if he got results in the octagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we'd be the
yeah.
idiots. We'd
Dude,
be the idiots.
it's starting to feel like the Britney Spears doc. Like you're going, hang on a second.
Yes.
This guy in control
Yes.
mightn't be the best person for it.
Saving Diego Sanchez. Put it down, Netflix. Get on it.
Free
Get on it.
Diego.
Diego.
All right. Next story. Mark. What's up?
All right, so there's more fight news here. So have you guys know who Jake Paul and Logan Paul are?
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
That was a
Maybe.
blind kid. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I gotta drink again.
Yeah. Break again.
So Jake Paul, Logan Paul, two huge YouTubers. They both emerged from the Disney sphere, like a lot of these stars, like the Britney Spears and all these guys. Anyway, so
Yeah, was Jake and Logan Paul Disney guys?
Jake was, I'm pretty sure. Logan, I'm not 100% sure, but I know Jake for
Yeah.
sure was on the Disney Channel. So
One of those like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or something like
one
that.
of those, yeah, for sure. And
All right.
and
Fair enough.
and anyway, so eventually, obviously, they got kicked off, and they have their huge YouTube career, two of the biggest content creators on YouTube, and now they've pivoted into boxing, into fighting.
Both of them have, or just the one?
Both of them have. So Jake Paul beat up. He had a fight a couple of weeks ago with Lundgren, Ben Lundgren. Am I correct there?
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway,
Ben Askren.
Ben Askren, sorry. Ben
Askren.
Yeah, and now Jake Paul has a fight coming up with none other than Floyd Mayweather.
Like the Floyd Mayweather.
Listen.
How
So
does he? I mean, money is that the only? Like, why does this guy agree to this?
yes.
I
So
think.
He
listen,
already,
I
did
think.
he already did the Conor McGregor thing. That was like a weird circus. I thought that was the end of the circuses.
I think like this kid needs his ass kicked, right?
He does.
But the thing is, he's if you actually watch him box, he's a good
decent.
like he's 24, he's in fucking shape. Like
He's in
he's a good boxer. Like you watch his movements, how his distance, like you watch it all, and he's a good boxer.
There's
Shut up,
been
Jason.
Times
Listen to me.
where I've been like, oh,
He
man, I
needs
would
his
love to
ass
fight.
kicked. He needs
I
his
always
ass
like,
kicked.
man, I would love
Floyd's
to
gonna
fight Logan
fucking
Paul.
shred him.
And then I watch a Logan Paul video, and I'm like, I don't want to fight that guy.
Let me explain something. There's Logan and there's Jake. Logan and Jake. They're both fighting non-boxers. That's what they're doing. They're not fighting actual boxers. Logan Paul has lost 2 of his exhibition fights. One to a YouTuber, and the other one to some other guy with a draw or something like that.
Jake's
Jake
fighting.
Paul-
Jake's
but Jake-
the actual boxer.
Listen,
Jake's the
Paul's-
fighter.
Listen, Jake Paul fought two guys. One of them was a 5'11" ex-NBAer who's never fought in his life. Peter, shut your mouth, bite your tongue,
No,
you son of
I
a
agree.
bitch.
I agree.
You're
I agree.
giving him
I
too
agree
much
with this.
credit, and
I
it's
agree with this.
upsetting my face.
One
It's
of them.
upsetting me.
No,
One
I
of them
agree with this.
fought-
I
one of
agree with
them
that. He
fought-
hasn't fought a boxer yet. He hasn't
One
fought a
of them has
boxer
fought-
yet, but he
one
can
of them has
box.
fought a fighter though. One of them has fought a fighter, right?
Listen,
An MMA
fought-
fighter, yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
he
So
fought-
that's impressive.
Okay, let me break that one down for you. Ben Askren is a wrestler. Guys who literally are dumber than dirt. Sorry to all the wrestlers watching. I'm sorry.
I'm just
Okay.
saying he's an athlete of combat sports.
Yes.
And
Here's
Jake
Ben
Paul or
Askren's
whatever
boxing.
is not even that.
Where is Shane in the chat? Shane should be going mental right now because he's a huge boxing fan. Ben Askren had his hands tied to his hips, and he agreed to get punched in the face for $1 million and make Jake look great, which is what I knew was going to happen. Jake Paul looks great fighting not boxers. If Jake Paul fought a boxer,
He's
would
gonna get his
look
ass kicked.
terrible.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. This fight against Floyd Mayweather is
He's not fighting. Logan is fighting. Logan, the one who looks
Logan.
terrible. But he's twice as big as Floyd. That's the fucking. That's
Yeah, but does that matter?
thought Jake
Floyd
was fighting
Mayweather
him.
should
No.
still eat him, should he not?
Listen, Floyd is one of the best in the world. He will destroy him. Logan, look, Floyd Mayweather has been hit 3 times in his life, in career, hard, where he got rocked 3 times out of 50 fights, just 3 times. Logan will not touch him.
He won't hit him.
But
Lon,
listen,
be
can you,
like the Conor
can you pull up a
McGregor, he'll
photo
just sort of
of
open
Logan
up
and Jake
until-
Paul? Because the younger one looks like a before picture of the older one after the Mayweather fight. Like one of them looks pretty as fuck, and then one of them looks tough as
Listen.
fuck.
listen.
Okay,
If
Yeah,
Dave-
yeah, as the
if
before
Dave-
and after photo on
Okay.
the bottom there.
so I get
Listen.
the two brothers confused. So one of them's fighting Floyd Mayweather, which is insane
Listen.
to me.
Yes, listen.
I just didn't even like. Obviously, these fights generate a lot of money, but do they like? I thought Floyd Mayweather's like to hang out with that guy. Doesn't it cost you $50 million?
Listen, Floyd Mayweather is 50 years old. He is being offered millions of dollars to fight non-boxers. Wouldn't you take that? It's like, yeah, I'll beat you up
No,
for
of
30
course.
million bucks.
I'm just.
Look,
Isn't he?
Look
Isn't
at
he
that
rich
photo.
enough?
Look at that photo. If date rape were a person, that is what it would look like.
Oh,
Okay,
God, yeah.
Literally,
Those guys
like-
look like everyone I hated in high school.
like they are the spokespersons for roofies, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and these two dudes, like,
Is
I
the
don't know,
guy on the
man.
left fighting Floyd or the guy on
Okay,
the right?
do we, Mark? Do we
Guy
have
on
the
the left.
video of him grab like? So this is real. They're at their little weigh-in where they're like, "All right,
Yeah.
we're angry, but and he grabbed his hat. That happened, right?
Yeah.
it was
He
fake.
grabbed
It was-
Floyd Mayweather's hat off his head
Gotcha
and
hat.
ran away like a 14-year-old kid.
Because it's fake. It's WWE.
But they're
Fake.
also fucking
Bullshit.
trolls. Like
I hated
these
that
kids
stuff,
are
man.
trolls. That's the photo. Yeah, right there, Mark. That photo there. That looks like a before and after. Like the top left there. Like on the right is the before the fight, and then on the left is after the fight with Floyd. Like he just gets
Oh.
fucking hammered. There's no way that Floyd doesn't kill him. Like
Well-
actually kill him.
Well, what happened is they had a pre-fight event. It was a press event, and Jake showed up. Jake Paul. It's Logan Paul fighting Mayweather, and Jake Paul showed up, tried to talk smack with Mayweather, stole Mayweather's hat, and Jake Paul ended up kind of getting beat up too by Mayweather's security. And now,
As he probably should.
yeah, Mayweather has kind of like he didn't look happy. I don't know if it's fake, like hockey, but he didn't really look happy, and he said that I'm gonna kill those guys. I'm gonna kill both of them. So he's actually fighting Logan Paul, but maybe Mayweather now is gonna try to kill both of them, both of the Paul brothers.
Dude, he's got the
Alright,
money and the means.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the zero fucks that he gives. Like,
Let's go to the
Jesus.
Let's go to the chat, see what they think about this. JR was telling me to check out the chat because there was some funny stuff here. John White thinks he's only going to get killed in the ring, which is true. No one's
No,
going to
yeah,
go
he's
after
not
him.
gonna. I don't think he's gonna get murdered in real life. Obviously,
It's all
He's gonna
hype.
get murdered in the ring.
It's all Elon Musk on SNL. It's all hype.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Well,
get the views in.
JR brings up a good point. He says it's all for the money. I just hate how this is taking attention away from real boxing and real boxing events. These exhibitions, these fake fights, these rigged fake fights. I'm telling you right now, the Ben Askren fight was rigged. I don't care. I'll argue it off air if you want. Are going to kill boxing because these fights are making as much money on pay-per-views as legitimate championship fights. So that's a problem. Dana White, they're like, why aren't you mad about this, Dana? He's like laughing to himself. He's thinking they're killing my competition. They're killing
Yeah,
it.
but they,
So
they
go ahead.
also clown on MMA fighters. You know what I mean?
Yes, but don't worry. They're gonna clown on the wrong guy at the wrong time. They're gonna bite off more.
Could you make the argument this is good for boxing?
Nope.
And
Nope.
is it sustainable?
I don't know. I'm just saying, could you?
Okay, in the chat.
No. Peter, no, or maybe.
I wonder if this celebrity boxing thing is if this is a fad, like if this is a 5-year venture for whatever company that's doing it.
To me, the celebrity boxing to me sounds awesome and fun. I wish there was more celebrities, honestly.
I wish there was more celebrities that could box.
Yeah.
Like, that it wasn't Nate Robinson that never had thrown mitts before. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I wouldn't mind watching some famous people get murdered on TV, gladiator Roman style, but
throw Keanu Reeves in there. Let's see a fucking fight with him. You know?
Yeah,
like someone that's like tough as shit on screen. Throw him in there. See
that's
what he's
idea.
throwing
I
down.
would watch a reality TV show that was grabbing some guys and women that are tough on screen, putting them through their paces, and then putting them in the ring. I'd watch that.
Let's fund it, Jeremy.
I will pay full pay-per-view. I won't stream it illegally if I get to see John Wick fight Jake Paul. I will do that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Let's make it happen. Check,
That's
please.
$100. We're all going over to Justin's.
Yeah.
We're eating
do
snacks
it.
and we're watching that
barbecue.
fight.
A fucking barbecue. Let's do it. Next story. Mark, bring it up. Let's
How
go.
angry will Shane be, Justin?
Very.
Well, boys, we're coming to the end of the show, so do we have time for another story?
We got to do aliens.
One
We
more.
got to do aliens.
Yeah.
All right,
Aliens.
we got to do at least one alien UFO related story, and this is
That's
a
why
big-
Peter's on the show. We promised him
This is
aliens.
what I'm here for. This last story.
All right.
If we're on WFT, we're here for aliens.
And before we do the last story, I want to thank everybody for watching the show, everybody who watched, everybody who liked, everybody who shared. We really, really appreciate it. We are live every Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific, here on YouTube every Thursday. We're also releasing clips almost every day. We're trying to make cool content out of everything we're doing here. So check out our YouTube channel and pay attention. We actually we commandeered another Facebook page to dedicate it to the WFT show. So we do have a Facebook page now. You should check it out. WFT.
You know what? I haven't even liked that page yet.
Yeah, you should, Jeremy. You definitely
man.
I
should.
probably should get around to that.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I found out about the page before the show. So.
Absolutely. And also, I just want to mention again, Peter's access granted, Peter Grant show. I put a link up here in the chat. It's
Can you put it up in the little video screen that everyone can see or what?
yeah, I can.
No, whatever. Sorry,
no,
that's
Good after aliens. No. My podcast isn't as important as aliens.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's what I want to hear.
but I want to thank everybody for watching.
Access Granted is the name of Peter's podcast. So check it
Access
out.
granted, and there is a link pinned in the chat there. Check it out. Subscribe to his channel, like his videos. His podcast is great. Now,
And please watch the Justin one so he doesn't go womp womp.
yeah, let's get the views up on the Justin episode. It's actually a great episode. It's really
It is a good
fun.
episode.
Yeah, it's
I've
one a
watched
nude
a
would never
whole
sponsor
bunch
me.
of, Peter's shows. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. Beautifully shot. All right, so the last story. So our UFO story now. So the UFO world, gentlemen, has been sent for on a little tailspin. So, we usually talk about serious UFO stuff, pyramids flying over
Only
military ships.
confirmed truths.
Yeah,
no
we don't-
conspiracies.
Yeah, we don't deal in conspiracies here, only confirmed things. But now this is a little bit more on the fringe of the topic. So it was revealed this week that Demi Lovato, who is another Disney Channel alumni and
Pop star,
pop
superstar.
star, exactly, superstar, has been hired by Peacock, NBC's streaming network, to do a 4-part series called Unidentified on her exploring the UFO mystery.
Awesome.
Well, listen,
Sorry, not sorry.
if you want to sort of throw shade on a movement or some sort of conspiracy, first thing you want to do is hire Demi Lovato to investigate it. Okay. Finally.
Strong disagree, Justin. Strong
Really?
disagree, but do your
Really?
take, Justin. But strong
Okay.
disagree.
I'll do my take. Let's get Demi Lovato from her rehab room in a whatever Sandy Pines rehab facility to start talking to us about aliens when she knows nothing about aliens. She's like,
You
"Oh,
don't
you want me
know
to stand
she
here,
doesn't know
Peacock?
anybody.
She's
You want me
going
to stand
through
here?"
drug rehab, dude. She's done Alice. Dude, once you do DMT, Guess
Yeah,
what, dude?
you're
You'll be
talking about
hosting a
doing
show about
DMT.
UFOs and aliens.
Listen, when I do DMT, I'm probably gonna fight my brother at Walmart in Maple Ridge. Okay, so let's just wait for that to happen before you start throwing shade on me.
Here's
Pete.
what's happening. Justin's gonna do DMT. He's gonna throw on "Sorry Not Sorry," and he's just gonna cry. He's just gonna be like, "It's so beautiful."
Just wonder where it went wrong. Just wonder where it went wrong. It went wrong with booze. That's where it went wrong. Anyways, Demi Lovato doesn't know anything about
You
UFOs.
don't know she doesn't.
Well,
know
hold
anything.
on,
But-
Justin.
Yeah, dude.
Let me challenge you there, Justin, real quick. Sorry.
There we
Hit
go.
us, Mark.
Let
Hit us,
Mark.
Mark.
All right. So
Let Mark say some truths.
All right, so Demi Lovato actually was investigating in the field with one of the world's most famous ufologists, Dr. Stephen Greer.
They were
So
Is
both
he a
dropping
doctor?
acid. They were both dropping acid.
he's
Doctor.
he's a doctor.
Dr. David Greer.
Stephen.
Doctor.
That's right. So he is an actual doctor, and this character you might recognize him.
Alien medicine? Like,
he-
what the fuck?
He was an emergency room doctor before becoming a UFO investigator, and was actually behind.
Wow.
He
What
was-
happened to his
is that how
life?
bad the emergency
What
room doctor
happened
pays?
that he was
This doctor-
people
this
coming in
emergency
needing
room
open
doctor-
heart surgery, and he was more than willing to, and then he's like, you know what? Fuck that.
He's
The
like,
world needs
"Fuck
saving in
being
a
a
different
doctor."
way.
All right, let's let Mark
Right.
go off here.
Well, it's great because this guy Stephen Greer is very well known in UFO circles, and he's kind of considered to be kind of a kook. He's kind of like a charlatan, if you will. So this guy used to be the best UFO activist. In 2001, he did something called the Disclosure Project, where he gathered all these military officials and went and tried and did this huge press conference in front of the press and Congress members and all this stuff, and had them all testify that through the military or through personal experience, these highly credible people had witnessed UFOs. So Stephen Greer went from that, the Disclosure Project, to now what he does retreats in the desert, in the Sonoma Desert, for $5,000 a pop, doing what's called CE5, or contact in the desert. So he charges you $5,000. You will go with him. You will all meditate together, and you will manifest a UFO on this trip. So Demi Lovato,
$5,000.
yeah, Demi Lovato
Wow.
went with him and witnessed apparently one of these experiences, these CE5 experiences.
She's
So-
an expert.
Right. So she's coming into the world of the propaganda world of UFOs, but coming in as an advocate for the direct contact method, not the military threat, not the pyramid UFOs over Navy ships. No, she's talking about going out in nature and talking to aliens one-on-one.
I'm
Well, first
watching.
off, Demi Lovato needs to know that aliens don't go out into nature. They go out to aircraft carriers. We know that. That's confirmed. Number two, how much does the DMT shaman charge to go hang out with him out in the bush, Justin?
$0. That's why I love him.
Izzy, let's go.
Izzy, what's up? Fucking hit the one in the chat. Listen, this is what happened to Diego Sanchez and his trainer. This is how it all started. This is how it started. Yeah. So go with this guy. Go with Demi. They'll turn you into a fighter and punch you in the face while you hang upside down from a sex swing. Cool. Here's my 5,000. Shut up and take my money. Shut up
Here's
and
the
take
thing.
my
I
money.
thought it was so weird when I saw the story that Demi Lovato was going to host a alien show. Don't get me wrong. When I saw the headline, I was like, what the fuck? And I immediately texted you and Mark, right? I texted Justin and Mark. I was like, well, we got our alien story this week. They also picked the most boobalicious picture of Demi Lovato, which I did not hate, but I don't think added to her as an alien expert, but that's fine. But here's the thing. I love Demi Lovato. I love her. So if she's going to talk about finding aliens, yeah, I was already going to watch a documentary about aliens. I'd already watched a documentary hosted by Demi Lovato. You put the two together, to me, that's must-watch television.
Jeremy, I'll ask you one more question on top of that. The thing that makes me mad about it is that now we're finding out that Demi Lovato is hosting this UFO show, right?
Yep.
But 2 weeks ago, she was on Rogan, and what does Rogan talk about? I'm pissed that we didn't get a 3-hour interview of Demi Lovato and Joe Rogan talking about aliens. That's what I'm mad
Did they
about.
not talk
That's
about
cool.
aliens when she was
No.
on Joe Rogan? Not
No.
one time.
They just talked about how she was a shitty teenager who swore at her parents all the time because she made them all a bunch of money when she was on Disney. And she's like, fuck you. I make the money in this household. I will drink the milk straight out of the carton. I don't give a shit.
Is she
And
not
that's
Rosa
3-hour
Benson, by the
podcast
way?
wrapped up in a sentence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're running late. I guess we got to wrap this thing up, right, Mark?
We do, we do. I did throw up real quick here. Stephen Greer's website. This is a rabbit hole. I don't recommend you go down this rabbit hole.
So hey, Mark, do we like Stephen Greer or we don't like Stephen Greer?
It's a gray issue. It's a gray issue.
Mark, tell me what to think. Mark, tell me what to think on the show. Make it official.
I'll say Stephen Greer now is not a good guy. He used to be a good guy, but
no,
now
he was a doctor who was like, I'm gonna fucking chase aliens. It's weird.
Yeah, it's very, very weird, and there's so much more. Maybe we'll cover Stephen Greer.
Save people, Greer. Don't charge people $5,000 to do.
Dude, he's on his Doctor Strange path. Just let him go.
I love it. All right, listen, Pete, thanks so much for joining us, man. You were great. I love you. I love your little
Pete.
baby boy
awesome,
beard.
Man. That was so good.
I love your beard that you grew after I grew a beard because you want to be just like me. That's so cute. We'll have you on again sometime.
We'll do Prince George together.
Yes, we're gonna do a lot of shows together when Dr. Bonnie
Bullshit
Henry.
that Justin got to go on your show and not me. I'm just
saying. Hey, Jeremy, I feel like I got to spend every day with you though, because 2 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
but
on
we
Steve
don't
Fox,
spend
baby.
every day together. It's not 1-to-1 communication. It's 1-to-nothing. I
feel like this is a one-way relationship. I'm down to spend every day with you. I'm down.
Yes, let's make it a 2-way relationship.
Right, let's get rid of Jason. It's just you and me. Let's do it.
Okay. I love how I start to do a sign off and you two start piping each other off in the fucking thing. This is so stupid. Can we just...
Peter is my Diego.
All right. Yeah, you're Diego. Pete's the Joshua Fabia guy for sure. 100%.
Fucking Pete's gonna be punching me in the face upside down, shirtless, and no time.
Fucking Rasputin over here. Australian Rasputin.
All right, we're supposed to be wrapping the show. My bad.
Yeah, death punch right in your butthole.
Yes,
Anyways,
you know what's funny?
we love
Fucking
you
death
all.
punch. Any punch that ends with death is a death punch.
Yes, exactly. I just want to thank our mods, Jay, Randall, John White, Jessica. We love you. All the community who stuck around to talk some shit in the chat. Thank you. You're making this show 10 times better. So thank you so much. We're going to come back next week with more topics. And if you're in the chat listening to this, submit topics to us, submit stories to us, and we'll feature you. We'll shout you out. We're going to have prizes next week, maybe for best comments, best jokes. But thanks for supporting this thing. Comedy is dead. We're trying to revive it with stuff like this. So catch us every Thursday at 9 p.m. On behalf of Jeremy, Mark, and Peter, thank you very much. Much love, window love in the screen. We love you all. Catch us next Thursday. Have a great night. Cheers.